What's going on, guys? Welcome back to No Impulse Control. This is Jasmine, and I am Justin, and we're going to do it that way because I said so.
Well, this is Justin, and I am Jasmine.
This is Jasmine, and I am Justin.
Hold on a second.
Who is who? We're basically twins, so, really, though,
We should try one episode to try and sync everything we say. I bet if we put that one brain cell to use, we probably could.
I don't love that idea.
Don't love that idea, yeah.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back.
Shush your mouth. How are you doing, Jasmine?
I'm doing okay.
What'd you just say? Hang on a second.
I'm doing okay.
You went, okay.
Did I really? I didn't even notice.
I'm doing okay.
Okay. Me and Shakira, soul sisters. So
Shakira's hips don't lie, and your okays are okay.
Shakira. That was bad. I'm so sorry. Who was it you were telling me about that does the Shakira impression really bad? Riley. Yep.
Speaking of Riley, you're a goblin, and I love you.
Okay, anyways, I gotta be honest. You showed me a baby picture of her. Adorable is a goblin a little bit. No. A little bit of a goblin. A little bit of a goblin.
Absolutely goblin.
But you showed me on FaceTime. Keep that in mind.
That's fair. I would show everybody else, but it's not my picture to show. Well, it is my picture because I own it, but I'm not going to show it to everybody because it's my sister, and I don't want to down her like that.
Oh, well, all right. Sorry, Riley. We won't clown on you.
Jasmine was about to just roast you. I want that to be clear.
I need pictures for the Instagram. No, I'm doing okay. We're doing a messy science thing tomorrow for Fun Day.
Oh, nice.
I'm very excited and very cautiously nervous because
fair
kids with explosives is rough. It's not explosives. Sorry, that sounds like I'm blowing things up. Hi?
A little pipe bomb action? is that what's happening?
I just got an email about this
Mrs.
Fun Day,
Corkin's class today, we are making pipe bombs.
Hey, fun fact, you're the first person to call me Mrs. None of my kids refer to me as Mrs. Corkins. They're Miss or Bruh.
Yeah. So, I get Bruh or Davis. I don't even get the Mr. So.
I haven't gotten just last name yet. I also call our OT guy Davis because his last name is Davis. I don't just call him that for no reason.
Hey, Jim, you're Davis now. I hope you're ready for that.
No, he's Davis.
My friend's last name is Davis, and I need his aura around. So you're gonna be Davis.
You guys have similar energies, I'd say. No, but I'm a little nervous about it just because we're doing elephant toothpaste. I don't know. Have you ever? Do you know what that is?
Mm-hmm.
We're doing it small scale.
We weren't allowed to do it.
Well, we might not be after tomorrow. We'll see. We're doing it indoors.
Oh, that's a choice.
If it rains, yeah. Well, because we're looking at a rain date. That's a big family. Sorry, I can look out my window.
She's next to her window.
40 people, minimum. All just came out of 2 vehicles. It looks like.
That's fair.
That's a lot of people. Anyway, how are you doing?
Today I am okay. This week has been very This week has been very stressful for me. I've had a lot of things going on, so.
What's why, pray tell? I'm sorry.
How am I supposed to respond to that? But why, pray tell? Okay. Jeez. But yeah, it's been stressful. And I got myself a new planner, and it's so pretty. Look at the pretty planner. Ooh,
how long has it been since you had a planner?
A year exactly, actually.
Lord.
Yep, I looked at my last planner.
Those of you who don't know, Justin is king of planning things for someone who is not a planning person.
I am too.
We would do video game stuff when we lived together, and Homeboy would pull out his planner to see a schedulized hangout session.
I had to make sure I had time. I'm a busy person. Business mind.
Business mind, yeah. Mm-hmm.
business. I think I have a fairly good business mind. I don't know the ins and outs of like the financial aspects, but I have a fairly good.
I think that's a big part of business mind.
Look. That's only a couple classes away. Okay, I can handle that.
Can you start new classes? I thought you were gonna continue on with teaching stuff.
Oh, I am, but then I've got to keep going. You know, it's professional development.
The next step of health teacher, I forgot, is business.
I teach a life class. I could classify that in there.
You could.
Just saying. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, I got myself a new planner. We're thriving.
Nice. I like the blue.
I know pretty. The blue and it's a blue and gold. You can't really tell that well, but it's blue and gold.
Aren't those your old school colors?
Yeah, it is.
Look at me remembering stuff. It's only above the bed where I stay every time I stay over. Isn't there anything over there? Am I insane?
You're insane.
No, there's something from your old school, isn't there?
No. I have my jersey that's like hidden, tucked away in my closet.
Well, that isn't above where I sleep. Not that you know of. That sounded weird. I'm sorry. I'm not sleeping in you guys' closet. I have my own bed.
Look, you know what? It wouldn't surprise me, though.
Oh, that's so mean!
No, hear me out, okay? It's not meant to be like a negative thing. Listen.
Listen,
Okay?
Linda.
Listen, Linda. It's a smaller space. And a lot of people tend to like smaller spaces. I know you don't because you're weird, but a lot of people like to have smaller spaces so that they're not...
Back it up!
Anyways, Riley's a goblin, and I got a new planner, and what do you have going on today, Jasmine? Or tomorrow? Actually, wait, I have something to tell you tomorrow. I have, and this is something that's really good. People will be excited, hopefully. We have, it's essentially a community day. Look, I'm allowed to have my ADHD going.
You don't have ADHD, you have a diagnosed?
No, that's fair. You know what? That's a fair point.
Anyway, continue with your ADHD.
I'm trying not to. I'm trying to be good to, anyways.
Well, we wouldn't want to skew the colors so that mine was like more purple or anything. That'd be insane. On the transcript, we wouldn't want to skew it and let me have more.
No. We wouldn't want to.
We always talk an even amount.
Yeah, exactly. It always is even color. Anyways, we have, it's called Day of Caring, and tomorrow we're helping my 90-year-old neighbor doing like lawn work and that kind of stuff. And then we are setting up a book fair at the church in Sumner. So that's real fun stuff.
It's really precious.
Yeah. And she's really excited. Like she's, for anybody, nobody knows her really, but she loves kids.
I know her.
She's had I want to say like 20 something foster babies.
Oh my God, what a saint.
Yeah. And she's worked in the school system. Her husband worked in the school system when he was around. Like it's like she's been around. And so like when I offered it up to her, she doesn't like to take any like help. It's very much like I'll do it myself. And I'm like, listen,
you're 90.
You will help me. I'm not helping you. You're helping me. I had to like sell it to her and be like, look, I've got a bunch of teenagers who will help carry heavy things. I've got you. You're helping me though, okay? But no, she said
you
definitely...
help us by making like a little cup of lemonade.
yeah, perfect. But she was like, I don't know. I have, my kids will do it or whatever. And then I was like, no. We need this. This is not like something that's like an offered thing. The kids need to do this. So we will be over. What do you have for us to do?
Yeah.
So I checked in with her on yesterday, day before, something like that, just to be like, hey, you excited? And she's like, yeah, I'm so ready. Like I had my daughter over the other day just to make sure everything was all set up. And like she's excited.
That's so precious.
Yeah, I know. I was really happy.
The year I did my student teaching there was like COVID was still definitely big, but it was starting to go a little bit more lax. And I know we did.
You guys did flags, right?
Was it for Memorial Day?
You probably did.
Yeah, because I was there in the spring. We didn't do the
we didn't do Day of Caring that first day. No, we didn't.
No, it was the year after.
Yep.
Yep. And I don't know if it was done before that, but I just know it was.
It's been a thing forever.
Was it just like, COVID that?
Yeah, COVID stopped it, so they couldn't do it, and so.
But I know we did the flags and we walked the whole way, so we did like a huge loop, and it was a long walk, but it was really good, and some of the kids did really well with it. Most of them did fine. Some kids were just like went above and beyond, and then some kids, they're high schoolers, middle and high schoolers.
They're middle schooler for you guys, yeah. And they still do that day. Like, that's what they're doing for Day of Caring.
I love that.
The flags.
I love that.
So,
but yeah.
It's real fun stuff. Exciting things happening around.
I'm getting my wisdom teeth out soon. Oh, sorry.
I was going to say that graduation's coming up and I have a senior advisory, so it's like an added amount of like stress because I have to make sure that I have the senior stuff in order.
Is this your first group of kids?
Yeah. This is my first group to graduate.
Oh, you little babies.
I know, it's weird.
Are they all tall now?
I mean, they're... No. They grew up a little bit, but like
my kids
freshmen
are giants.
Well, that's because when they, like, for your kids, they have a big growth spurt in that time frame. Mine,
that's right. I do have 3rd through 6th. That's that's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, I have one girl who I'm super proud of her. Like, super proud of her. And she was freshman year, she never showed up. Mind you, we had the cohorts, but she never showed up, didn't do any of her work. Sophomore year, I had a talk with her, and I was like, look, you don't want to be here. I understand that, but you have to be here. And I'm going to be there for you, and I'm going to go to bat for you. So don't make me do this alone. I need your help to get you done. And like, then we flipped the script, and I said, junior year, I said, okay, it's on you now. I'll be there to help you, but now it's you. And ever since then, she's been on the right track. And then yesterday,
she just needed that little help.
Exactly. And that the day before, she comes into my room. At the end of the day, she had gone to it's like Bancroft, which is like blue collar jobs type thing where kids can get jobs
like
and go from there. Yeah. And she went to that and then talked to the welder person, which is what she wants to do. And she came back and she's like, basically, they told me that as soon as I am ready to start my classes, they want me. And I was like, that's so awesome for you. Like, like I'm so proud of you. And, I celebrated with her. It was a whole thing that, like, little pat on my back, but also, like, I'm super proud of that girl. I'm super proud of all my kids. Like, they're all awesome. But specifically with her, she started from struggling. And she, I think, I don't know for certain, but I think I'm going to end up with a rose from her at the end of the year. Seniors get to choose some people to give roses to, and I think I'm going to be one of her
precious.
people. I know. I might cry. I'm not going to lie, because like I'm going to miss them, but man, if they that's my favorite thing about teaching is knowing that I'm making that happen.
Making a difference, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know, and this, like, overall, you've been in the one position for 4 years, which is insane, by the way, but like we were
for you maybe. For me, I'm like that's what I expected. Like,
well, no. I meant I meant the length of time that it's been 4 years since you graduated. You know what I mean? Or graduated, but
then I got that little piece of paper.
You got a piece of paper? I thought it was just the Zoom.
Oh, I got the Zoom, and then like months later, I got a little thing saying "Congrats."
Oh, and you were like, "Thanks."
Yeah, I was like, "Go me."
But no, like, it's just insane to me that it's been 4 years, but it's been, it's had ups and downs. It hasn't been all beautiful, sunshiny roses. So it's really cool that, like, your seniors are graduating and, like, it's very cool.
I would say this year, my 4th year, is probably one of, I only have 4 years to go off of, but one of, if not my favorite of the 4 years that I've done it. And, like, honestly, probably one of the most stressful years that I've had. Like, especially with the seniors and having to make sure they're on track because I want them to graduate. But like, it's been fun, and I think part of that is I've literally taught every single student that has been in or at that school right now because they've had to go through my school or through my classes.
Awesome.
It's weird because I look at, like, there are some that, like, they came in late or whatever that I don't have, but I build up that relationship pretty quick. And that's easy for me. I'll be like, hey, how's it going? I don't know you. What's going on?
Yeah, you build relationships very fast with adults and children. It's because you force yourself upon the friendships. I would never. And
Oh, really? Miss Snapchat me stalkerish pictures
We're
at
done
lunchtime?
with this conversation.
Just so everybody's clear, I want everybody to hear
la,
this.
La, 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 la.
Sorry to
La,
your
la, la,
ears.
la, la. Sorry.
But her way of becoming my friend was forcing her like cell phone to me because we'd go to
Back
lunch around the
that
same
up.
time. That sounded bad. We went to lunch around the same time, and she would be sitting. I'd go sit down, and usually I eat by myself because I'd go eat and leave because I had another class or whatever. Shush, shush.
That's not what I'm laughing at. I have an information to tell you about this actually. Continue, and then I'll fill you in.
Okay. But anyways, yeah, so I'd be sitting by myself, and then all of a sudden I get a Snapchat from some random girl, and I was like, what the heck, who is that? We met once, Jasmine. There was one time where we played Sorry and shit-talked each other the whole time.
Yes, and we were
then you were
friends.
like, this guy.
No,
this guy, he's the one.
I went back through our Snapchats recently. Okay? Back it up. I also knew... This guy. No, the first couple Snapchats were before we really like started like hanging out. But I started the Snapchat bombarding. I couldn't remember the word. Bombarding after the Red Sox game with Amber. When we were sitting rows ahead of you.
No. Oh, yes, you're right. Yeah.
Yes, because we were sitting so far ahead, and then they came up and gave me tickets, and I was like, we have not selected our things yet. And they told me that you had selected seats, and we were like, okay.
You're welcome.
So I'm not the only one.
I knew what was best for you. At
so
that
did
moment. I mean, to be fair, those seats were like better than what you were going to end up with because they started in the back. So the front seats went to the back. Which was wild to me. Yeah. So like I got them, and I was like, I know those back people. There. Exactly. But I was like, I know those people, and only those people. I want to sit near those people.
Let's be super clear. The seats were trash.
Oh yeah, they were like highest like up. But we got to sign the poll.
But we did get to sign the poll. It's probably gone now, but we did get to sign the poll.
Every year.
Yeah, well, I guess we got to go back, Justin. Oh no. Guess we got to go back.
We're gonna in July.
What?
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 That's confirmed?
I don't know.
Who
says?
You.
I actually don't know that
it's on record. I knew it's happening.
I was gonna say you guys are going. It wasn't technically confirmed for me and Darcy yet. Okay, we were specifically waiting for something. No, it's not a pregnancy thing.
I was like, okay, ominous.
Anyways, the lottery.
So no. Back it up. Hold on. I did want to let you know something about this friendship now that you're many years in and can't back out.
Bet.
You won't. You don't like change that much.
That's fair.
Here's the thing.
That's why I can stay for 4 years.
Yeah, so here's the thing.
Are you about to ruin a friendship?
Nope. I knew how or when you ate generally. Because you're pretty behaviorally, you kind of do the same thing, and I learned your schedule by when you ate. And then we would talk and hang out, and I knew when your classes were. And I would sometimes see you walking through the cafeteria. Yeah. Yes. And, well, I would be going to do my own thing and then be like, I guess I'm hungry now. And go hang out with my friends. I didn't have a lot of friends freshman year of college. I'm a little awkward, Justin. Maybe it's
that's why this works. Because we're both awkward.
But then I would step and you would respond and then come sit with me. You could have ended this by saying, no, I'm all set. I don't want to respond to the psychotic woman Snapchatting me from across the UMF cafeteria. It was bad too, guys. I used to zoom really close into the back of his head with a message that said, I see you.
I also want to make it clear. I just made this point. We are both awkward, so like it works. It
does work.
Now that I'm like saying these things, I have a whole lot of friends.
Well, you had like just moved, and
I literally had just moved. I 4 hours away, so I had nobody.
Me, your stalker.
This is sounding more and more like an abusive relationship.
Yeah, it really is
a toxic friendship.
We're not abusing one another.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, so question for you about the lottery. You brought that up. Well, I brought it up earlier, but.
Wait, yeah.
So no, I was watching another podcast because I do watch those in my spare time, and
is it the same that I am thinking of? Okay.
Yeah, it's the Basement Yard. And free plug.
We love the Basement Yard. Anybody who hasn't, go check them out.
Yeah.
I don't know why I did this, but like, go check
I don't
them out. Brother! It's finally getting to you, huh?
That it was always been annoying. That right there changes my answer for the next question. But so you know how the lottery is? Well, what is the lottery at right now? Actually,
like billions,
Mega Millions, as of May 14th. All right. Oh, I don't want the numbers.
Is 2 days from when we were recording this.
Yeah, May amount.
I'm gonna stare into the camera.
So right now, the Mega Millions lottery jackpot 2 days ago was at an estimated 363 million, with a cash option of 167. The jackpot was last won on March 26th when the lottery player in New Jersey won $1.128 billion. So the reason I'm bringing this up, I saw in that episode they were talking about like, what would you do if you won the lottery? And one of the things they brought up, and I don't know your feelings. Actually, I do know your feelings. We feel like we've talked about this before, just, hanging out. But one of the things was, one of the people said that their wife was like, oh, well, first I'd call my parents and I'd like pay off all their debts. And then, I'd put a big amount of it for the kids and their kids and whatever. And then, we'd pay off the house, get any repairs done. And the other one responded with, bullshit. I would drop 20, because at the time their amount was like 1.2 billion. And they were like, 25 million gone that night.
Yeah.
I am blowing $25 million that night. And that resonated with me. And I wrote it in my notes app as I was listening to it on my way to work this morning. I wrote it while I was getting pulled over. And
did you really get pulled over this morning?
Yeah, it's a whole thing. We'll talk about that later. It's for such a stupid reason. Okay.
Nana, you need a sasser.
It's for such a stupid reason, okay?
She sassed me when I got pulled over, so you need a sass over.
That's fine. Pause the lottery.
That's fine.
You can sass me, Nana. My mom will too. No, I was driving through Wyndham and there's a school district, name drop the town. There's a school district that at 7 a.m. the lights start going flashy, and that's, oh, my hand looked really weird when I did that. It was just laggy on my screen. Anyway, it starts flashing and it means drop your speed to 15, and it goes from 35 to 15. I was going 35, and I kind of pulled in hot behind a police officer at 7 o'clock, which means that as I'm crossing the threshold, it's now blinking to say 15. So I crossed and I was doing 35 and I came up on him and I slowed all the way down to 15, and then he pulled over and I was like, oh, he's probably just letting me go because there's often a police officer in that area. Mm-hmm. So then he pulled me over and he was like, do you know how fast you were going? And I was like, I honestly, super late for work, was not paying attention to my seat. I'm really sorry. Like, just tried to apologize, whatever. It was a whole thing. And he was such a jerk about it. Like, he was like, it's a school zone. It's 15. And I was like, I'm fully agreeing with you.
I'm
a
teacher. I get it, dude. Like, I understand.
I get it. I have all my stuff ready, and he's just standing there lecturing me. And I was like, you know what? I'm really sorry. Like, I crossed over at 7 and the lights had just started flashing, so I slowed down. I thought that I had made it through. I didn't. And I'm really sorry. Here's my license. Here's my registration. I have my insurance. It's on my phone. Then he went back and he was there for a while. And I don't know if he was just waiting to hear back. I don't really know how that process works, but all I saw in my review was him going and like staring at me, which was threatening. And it was a very weird aura. And then he came back and he was like, oh, you're from Pembroke? Oh, what are you doing up here? Did you drive last night? And I was like, I haven't had a chance to change my license, man. What do you want me to say? You haven't changed your license
from Pembroke?
You have 5 years after you graduate college. No, I haven't.
Yeah, but even like when I was in Farmington, I think I changed it from Presque
Isle. Yeah, but you're a responsible driver.
I got pulled over twice in Farmington.
One of those was with me, which is...
I know. Which is stupid.
What was that even for?
Because I was going 55 in a 45.
Ooh, big criminal.
I know. It was literally because it was...
No, I wasn't with you for the ticket. That one
I didn't get... No. The ticket was stupid. The ticket was similar to your reason.
Yeah, I didn't get a ticket, though.
You're lucky.
Well, I thought I was going to. Like, the way he was talking, I was fully prepped to get one. And honestly, I was like, you know what? That's fair. Like, it's kind of BS. But then He also said, like, I know how fast you were going. I was like, you were in front of me. How did you know how fast I was going? Because you weren't going 35, so how do you know I was going 35? He's probably watching this. He's not watching this. If you are watching this, get a better tone. 7 a.m. is no time for your attitude.
That sounds like a cop that feels like it went to his head, basically.
Such a superiority complex. Like, the way he was standing, like, hands on his hips, and he was like, do you know how fast you were going? And I was like, it's 7. I was also crying already because I had some other things happening at work, and I was just already sobbing. So he pulls me over, and I was like, oh my god, wait, one more thing. Anyway, so the lottery.
Squirrel.
So the lottery, my question was, say it's the 1 billion, right?
Mm-hmm.
First of all, are you taking the cash or are you taking the payments over the years? Because the cash you get like a little bit less, but the payments you don't get it all at once.
Right. I think I would do payments over the years.
That's what I would do.
Because in my head, I'm thinking I'm getting more money. I'm also getting less money at one time, so the taxes are going to be less on it. And then I'm also thinking that it's like an income. It's going to be consistently coming
right. In. Well, and so like the accruity, whatever the payments are, the continuous payments. With 1 billion, it's like 1.2 billion ends up being like almost 5 million a month for 20 years.
Could you imagine? I would quit.
No, like I can't.
I would quit.
Really funny? That's what my next question was. Like, I can't wrap my brain around what I would do if I just like, if I even had $1 million. I don't need 5. I just want 1. And like, what I would do to have $1 million, like the things that I would pay off or do. Like, I would be able to go on a trip and just like go,
yeah,
and have fun.
You know what? I actually don't know that I would quit. If I did quit, I would stay in teaching though. I would sub.
Like subbing,
I would do like stuff like that to try to stay. I don't think I would quit right off. I think it depends on where I was with this.
First time someone pisses me off.
Oh, Jimmy. Okay, I'm gone.
What's with you and Jim tonight?
I don't know. You know, Jimmy, Jim, Drew. You know, the whole shebang. Do not know what that's.
Jim, Drew.
It's. Anyways.
What is it from?
Oh my goodness. Oh, Mary Poppins. Chim chimney, chim shrew. That's so upsetting for you.
Would you be upset if I have never seen it? Don't be mad, but I've never seen it.
Are you lying? No. Jasmine.
Hey, you're doing ASMR in my ear.
I've said a lot of songs are like my childhood. That one
I know
legitimately was my child. No, not the song. The movie. The original Mary Poppins was my childhood. I would go to grandparents and I would watch it.
Oh, okay.
I would have it on repeat.
Like Mary Poppins was like my Alice in Wonderland kind of.
Oh,
was
100%.
Okay, all right. I get it.
I forced Storm to watch it before I forced you to watch it. I never knew you didn't watch it. I'm actually upset right now. Like, so I'm kind of frustrated.
I watched a little bit of it and then I got bored. So if you want...
You gotta get through the beginning! You gotta get through the beginning, Jasmine! It's not a time to be making those jokes right now when I am upset.
I think this changes. This changes. Do you want me to go watch it tonight?
No, because you need to watch it with me.
You're not mad I haven't watched it. You're mad I haven't watched it with you.
I know what we're doing on Saturday night.
Are you coming over? You never told me.
Anyways, the lottery.
Are you coming over?
No, you said we wanted to talk about the lottery. So
All
I
right,
don't know that
so
I would quit right off, but I think that
yeah.
there would be a moment in my life, especially if this and YouTube,
Mhm.
like, I think I've told you this, but I had a
Mhm.
day off a couple weeks ago,
Yeah, your
and I
editing thing.
legitimately just worked on editing and
Mhm.
like YouTube stuff, and I
Mhm.
genuinely loved it. And that's
Yeah.
weird because I usually hate editing. So it was very like,
I know,
I
but
was
you
like,
had
wow, I wonder.
time.
Exactly. So I
Right.
wonder if like, if I didn't have a full-time job, if I would be enjoying
Mhm.
that part of it a little more. Because I enjoyed this
Yeah.
part of it. I enjoy making the videos.
Right.
Like, so I don't know.
I know for me, like, I wouldn't quit because I love where I work
Mhm.
and I love my job. I wouldn't want to take a pay cut either because I do enjoy that. And like, the money from the lottery runs up fast. Like, that's
Yeah.
something that everybody who wins, even a small lottery, talks about. Is like, I also this total different thing. I would worry so much for me about like gambling it away on stupid stuff.
Mm.
Like, I would give out money like there's no freaking tomorrow. You look sad, here's a mill. Like,
Yeah.
I
I
have.
would do that too. There would
Would you
be a
give me
lot
any?
of
Would you give me and Connor any money
probably.
if you won? I'd
If
give you guys money.
honestly, the way that things would go for me is one, I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't tell anybody. I wouldn't tell a soul. Like, not
I'm
anybody else's
telling
business.
Facebook.
Not anybody
I'm
else's
posting
business
that
in my eyes.
podcast. So I won the lottery.
We're like blinged, like you and I are blinged up, and you're like, so I won the lottery. But
A
no, I
new
don't know that.
diamond on every finger.
I don't know that I would tell anybody. I feel like that's something
Mm-hmm.
that I would want to keep to myself because I don't want people to be like asking for handouts. Like, I
Right.
would help. I would definitely like. That's just my like. Even with the money I have, I'm still very like
I know. Like a
cavalier with it
philanthropist.
sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exact. That would literally be where I would try to go. Is
He
a
says cavalier,
full.
but it's
You're
more
more
than that.
cavalier than I am.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. No, I'm irresponsible.
Oh,
You're so nice with your money. Like, so we're in very different tax brackets, I think, you and I. Maybe not with Connor now, but because freaking government. But um, he sleeps, by the way, 8 hours at work and just like gets paid 30 an hour.
how does
He
he
just
get?
goes to work. He just goes to work and naps.
Why is he napping at work? If
Oh,
I do
because they have
that, I get
nothing to do on the
fired.
boat. They have nothing on the boat to do. They have no work.
I can't even sleep at school. Like I get fired.
They have no work. So they just nap. Sorry, I'm real angry about it. And then he's getting like 32 an hour. I guess he's not making that much yet. But I was like, are you freaking it? So if we win the lottery, I'm winning the lottery. It's not a we business. No, but every time that we go out, even if I'm like, I just got paid today, I'm gonna say this and it's gonna change, but recently, every time we've gone out, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready to pay, Justin's like, actually, you don't have to pay. And I'm like, this would really like to, though, is my issue, is because I budgeted for this meal, and like, I would really like to pay for my own food to feel like an adult. And he's like, I got you, friend. Don't you worry. Or he'll just take the check away. It's just, it's very nice and I'm very appreciative of it, but then sometimes I'm like, I very explicitly took money out for this.
I'm gonna tell you this now, and I don't care really how you feel. It's never gonna change. Like
No.
that's something that when I was growing up, that was just like instilled in me was to take care of my people. So
I know.
you are one of my people. So
Good family values, whatever.
freaking
Ooh,
home
so cool.
life, family stuff. What is that?
Ooh, you had a good family life. Oh.
I thought you were gonna say a stable household, and I was like,
Nope, I wasn't
"Hey
even
sis,
gonna
I got something to
touch
tell
that.
you."
Hey sis,
I was wondering if you caught that.
don't worry, I did. This is a very strange episodes for the nicknames today.
Oh man!
That's a big ice cream cone. There's a woman walking by with an ice cream.
Ice cream cone.
She's walking with like 4 scoops of ice cream, like
You know
this
what?
tall.
I want ice cream
I
now.
commend her. Oh, well, if you're coming over Saturday, Papa's is open. They got a new peanut butter flavor. Mm-hmm. They got a new peanut butter flavor.
Anyways, the lottery.
So, no.
I would have a
So
lot
one
of
of the
ice
things,
cream.
yeah. Well, one of the things they also talked about was like, how much they would give each other. And one of them said, if you won the lottery and I found out that it was $1 billion and you gave me 500,000, I would be showing up to your house and I would be robbing you. Because, like,
I'm gonna
they,
be
the best
honest.
friends for so many years, whatever.
Right. I don't know that I would be able to rob you.
I feel like there'd be some snide remarks. You'd be like,
Oh,
you got it this
100%.
time.
It would be more of a petty remark type of situation.
You have only 500,000 less. You got it this time, right? You can pay for the flight to Egypt or Greece.
Yeah,
we're going
we're going in
on your
Ireland,
dime, right?
And you said you were gonna pay,
Mhm.
right? Like I can if you want me to, but like you said that.
I only have 500,000 though. It's a little iffy.
And I'd like to
this
spend
month.
that in Ireland, so
It's a little tight this month. I'll tell you what, though, this podcast would be getting paid a lot more than it's getting.
oh, we would be. I
Rolling
say
in
this
equipment.
like, how would like this is the thing. Like we could get all the equipment we want, but until we get viewers, that's when it's like, man.
But we're gonna buy them. We're not gonna buy the viewers.
I want to do this in the organic way.
I got 3 viewers on my last stream, by the way.
Nice. When was your last stream?
When I streamed with you on Hometopia. I got a max
okay.
of 3 at one point, and I was like, hell yeah. And then they left immediately afterwards, and I was like, hell no. But it happens. I know it happens.
Yeah, I was gonna say it takes a while, and unfortunately for you, your kids are not going to be able to boost your numbers right off the bat.
No, probably
That's
not.
literally what mine did. So,
what would be the first thing you'd buy if you won? Like, let's say we win 200 million. It's the first thing you're buying that isn't bills.
That isn't bills.
That's like a fun thing you would buy with 200 mil.
Honestly, I'd probably, and this is probably just the time of my life, but I think I would probably try to do a trip, or I'd try to get another vehicle.
A nice truck.
Like a really nice truck, and like see if I could like maybe, I don't know, buy it straight out, like instead of having to mortgage, or not mortgage, but like loan it or lease it or whatever. Or I would buy myself or us a new house, or build a new house. Actually, you know what? Change my answer. That's what I would do. I'd build us a house.
Well, that's probably going to cost you all 200 million. So
that's fine. I'm okay with that.
I'm in the same place where I would get a house. I would outright buy a house.
Yeah. So hear me out.
Yeah.
Hear me out.
We buy matching houses.
Well, kind of. I don't want a matching house, but
I don't want to match either. Our aesthetics are different.
Not pre-built houses, but the ones that come in pieces and you design it.
Prefab.
We get those houses. Yeah, prefab houses.
The ones that come on the big trucks.
Right, yeah. And we buy a massive plot of land with our 200,000 each.
200 million,
and then we dig, 200 million, and then we dig massive tunnels.
Tunnel. Secret
and we
tunnel.
do the tunnel. And then, hear me out, okay? This is where it gets wild. Underground, where, like, right in the middle, because, like, I love you guys, but I want some space.
Yeah,
like,
for
we'll
sure.
have, like, tree line and stuff like that.
I don't want to be that close to you for many reasons.
Yeah. But in the middle of that tunnel, we'll measure it out. We build a full-on, like, stream room, like, computer stuff, like, all of that.
Another thing to add, because I think trying to get into the tunnel is going to be a pain in our tuchus. Little rail carts.
Like Minecraft?
Yeah. Oh, I was thinking Overcooked, or not Overcooked, Bronzebeard's Tavern. Little carts.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. Yep. I like that.
Or we could just make hallways, I guess, with elevators. It doesn't have to be like a dirt tunnel, I guess, Jasmine.
We'll get an escalator.
Escalator!
What is it? Slide? Escalator? No, snake.
Escalator! I got snakes.
Anyways, yeah, so that's our plan. That would be what I honestly, like, legitimately, with my 200 million, I would buy a house and build one. Or buy land and build a house.
If I got 200 million, I think the first thing I would do is take all 4 of us on a trip. So, like, not a United States that's connected to the United States. I would want to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe Connor can't go because of his... Yeah. I mean, honestly, I would love to, and I know that this isn't feasible, really, at the time. I would love to bring you guys to Bahrain, because I feel like you guys would really like it.
Probably.
But I would want to travel there more, so I got to know the area. Right now, it's probably not a super great time to go.
Yeah, I wouldn't suggest that one.
Just, travel is dangerous, and there's a lot of, anyway.
Yeah.
Not a safe time for, a lot of people. But I'm wanting on a trip. I know, like, Connor and I are talking about wanting to go to Hawaii soon, and that would be cool.
That would be cool.
Ooh, Barbados would be nice. Somewhere
Can
warm.
Connor do Barbados?
Well, we'd leave him home. We'd face no. I would make sure it's okay with travel. I mean, this is also hypothetical.
Right, yeah.
So in my hypothetical world, yes, he can travel.
Okay, fair.
He's not like a fugitive. He's just restricted by the government.
As of right now.
Well, it's been 2 years.
Has it really been that long?
We went December of 22.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's
right?
before
I
you
thought
guys
it
got
was
married.
literally
Wow.
right. Yeah, we're coming up on a year of that, by the way. Because a year ago, yeah, June 16th last year,
I know,
we were doing my bridal shower.
Yeah, trying to steal my thunder.
June 16th?
It's my month, Jasmine.
It is your month. It is your month. It is your month. And you had to go home for it. You had to go to my home for it.
I did. I did.
I mean, it wasn't bad. We all stayed in one camper together. You know what? That's also what I would buy with my $200 million. I would buy like a big camper.
Oh yeah. You know what?
Like one we could all four sleep comfortably in, and like a king size bed at either end.
Or we just get 2 campers.
And I want one camper. I don't want to find space for 2.
I'll buy the other one. Like,
I'm aware of that. I just meant on the lawn.
Is this hypothetical that you
one of
only
us
get it?
wins?
Oh,
yeah, not that we both got it. I mean, 200 million.
Well, then
would
I can't build the tunnel. Like, no. That's not plausible.
We can dig the tunnel. Also, 200 million would for sure cover 235 houses in a big tunnel. Would it? Yeah.
Plus, we have to buy the land, and if we're getting a lot of land. But then if we get cheap land, we have to like clear cut it and take care of it and all that stuff.
Well, no. You buy the cheapest land and you get it clear cut by a shady company. You slide them an extra like 100,000, dude. I don't know that you know the scale of $200 million.
No, you're right. I don't. I've never seen it. So
right, like I don't think either of us are comprehending $200 million is a lot of millions.
Even just 1 million, I would be happy with.
I would pay off so many things.
I would. You know what? Even with 1 million, I don't know what I would do. Like, I don't know that I would specifically change the way that I live. Like, a lot of people
pay off your house?
Change that.
The
only reason I would pay off my house is if I were going to buy another one.
You know what you could do though? Well, it's also easier to sell, but if you were to, because it's good for your credit, like mortgage goes onto your credit, you could set up another account and just put like enough to pay off the house in that account, just set it to auto pay. So that you don't have to ever touch the account. It just auto withdraws from it. Right. Like I know my mom did that with like an auto withdrawal on a certain account or whatever. And that's my mom has her house paid off now, which is super cool. It's very cool. I'm also looking at time. We're at 43 minutes, and I have one more thing to bring up before we hit the road, Jack.
Don't you come back no more.
Yeah,
no
okay.
More, no more,
so,
no more. Hit the road, Jack.
Anyways. Yeah, well, this guy's probably going to be hitting the road soon when he loses his job. Have you heard... Well, I don't know about that. Have you heard the controversy about Harrison Butker?
Time out. Yes, but no. Hang on.
Yes, what? What? Why? What?
The NFL has protected rapists, serial killers, and...
You got a good point. They did just condemn him, though.
Oh, no. But, hear me out, and this
they
is
also
not a
condemned,
political statement.
Other people, yeah.
They condemned somebody for kneeling for the national anthem, too. So,
you got a good point. Yeah, you got a good point.
Anyways.
They condemned somebody for, their right to... Anyway.
The black ball, yeah, anyways. Yeah, I have heard this also... because 5 minutes before we started, you told me about it.
All right, so for those of you who don't know, and I'm going to say my piece on it, and if there's controversy, there's controversy, and you're wrong. So...
Everybody's allowed to have their opinion, that's why it's okay for you to have yours.
For sure, but people's opinions can be wrong. This guy spoke at a college, and I don't know if it says which college. A Catholic institution in Kansas. He's the kicker of the Kansas City Chiefs. He's won 3 Super Bowls with them. yada yada. So on May 11th, he did this commencement speech that criticized everything from women prioritizing professional careers to Pride Month to abortion access, which is a weird thing, I guess, in my brain to talk about during a graduation speech.
Yeah.
Unless all of the graduates have those three things in common, even then it feels weird to talk about. I don't know. So he is super close with high right wing figures, like super close with them, and his speech really closely echoed a lot of the Republican rhetoric. Is one of the things that's being kind of talked about.
Read that part that you told me about.
Yep,
Right?
I'm scrolling to that right now. Yeah, so oh my god, where did it go? I think it is you, the women who have the most diabolical lies told to you, Butker said in his speech. Some of you may go on to lead successful careers in the world, but I would venture to guess that the majority of you are most excited about your marriage and the children you will bring into this world. So I graduated recently as a woman in the United States, which already pretty cool. I'm pretty proud of myself for graduating. Graduation is
I think
big.
anybody that graduates from college should be.
Oh yeah. Anyone who graduates from high school, even, like, that's a big accomplishment. I won't say kindergarten because it's, whatever. I mean, it's big, but it's
You learn
but college is big. And your name.
And your name.
No, but college is big.
Sometimes I have high schoolers who don't remember their name. Sometimes. Anyways,
yeah,
sorry.
No, but when I graduated college, the first thing on my mind was, wow, I'm really hungry. I've been sitting here for a very long time, and I'm going to get Kobe after this. That's exciting. But the first real thought on my mind was not, I can't wait to start making babies. And maybe that's just me, and maybe I'm the outlier here, but I notice the overarching theme for a lot of these speeches is not men and women are excited to go to their marriages and have babies together. It's always we are expected to have the babies and the ones that have them, but it's not a great look for this kicker. And like kind of reading through, there's a lot of backlash, which
fair
is good. I'm trying to find, there was like a whole bunch of things. Okay, so here's some of the highlights. One of the sections getting the most attention is his comments about the importance of women's roles in the home. What are the men's roles in the home, is my thought, I guess. Singling out the women in the audience, he argued that they'd likely be more eager to become wives and mothers than to have successful careers. And then he said, I can tell you that my beautiful wife Isabel would be the first to say her life truly started when she started living her vocation as a wife and mother.
I also want to make a point. This man's is making like millions of dollars a year.
To kick a ball.
I was going to say,
on TV.
I'm not even like worried about that part of it. He's making millions of dollars a year. So like
his wife stay home.
Doesn't have to work. Like if she wants to, then good, go for it. But and like she doesn't have to.
This is not to say people who want to become wives and mothers can't. Like, go for it. If that is something that you want, that's like the biggest part of feminism is like choice. You don't have to be in the home and you don't have to work. If it works financially for you and your partner, for you to stay home and look after your babies, amazing. I'm so happy
and you
that
guys
you can
agree
do that.
on it.
And you agree on it, and it's a choice. But he's not framing it as a choice.
No, it very much sounds like he's very poignant with his choice.
Well, and
I don't know if I used that correctly, but I tried.
I think you did. Word. It was a good word. It's a big word for Elmo.
That's a big word for Elmo. We just
it's the brain cell. In addition to speaking on women's behalf, he also reduced their primary goal of their lives to one biological function. Being a homemaker is an important role that should be celebrated, but it's far from the only one that women can choose. He also described women's roles very differently than he described men's. While he touted the virtues of being a present father, he did not say that being a dad was likely the primary goal of a man's life. On LGBTQ rights, he said that they were dangerous gender ideologies that politicians are pushing onto the youths. An oblique critique of trans rights, he lambasted that's a big word for Elmo, LGBTQ rights more broadly, describing them as the deadly sin sort of pride that has an entire month dedicated to it. What a thing to say at a graduation, by the way.
I was gonna say, what is like throw away the top, like, no, don't literally throw away the topics, but like throw away the topics. What is the point that he's trying to get across for graduation?
Well,
Because
women
usually
should be at
graduation
home.
speeches have like
A
a
point?
thing about graduating, like go live your
Right,
life
like,
and do good things, and
well,
you know.
the men can. The women must reproduce, Justin.
Well, don't you know that's the way it's supposed to go?
Women aren't people, Justin. Until I actually wasn't a person. I have no memories prior to getting married to Connor last year. That's for another reason. But I have no memories prior to. My life truly started not at conception, not at birth, when I was a wed woman. At 5:13 p.m. on August 19th, I became a person. I'm not doing great at my household chores. I suck at laundry and dishes. So I don't really know what
You
this means for
should be
me.
burned at the stake, honestly.
Yes, I get decapitated now, but you
Connor
know,
deserves better, okay?
well, that's fair.
Stop.
So then he goes on to on abortion rights. He also decried, abortion access, birth control, and IVF as violations of Catholic teachings and practices that members of the church should abstain from. Things like abortion, IVF, surrogacy, and euthanasia. Why is euthanasia as part of this? As well as growing support for the degenerate cultural values and media all stem from the pervasiveness of disorder, he said. He criticized Biden, directly claiming to be a Catholic and supporter of abortion rights. Our own nation is led by a man who publicly and proudly proclaims his Catholic faith, but at the same time is delusional enough to make the sign of the cross during a pro-abortion rally, Butker said. He's been so vocal in his support for the murder of innocent babies that I'm sure to many people it appears you can be both Catholic and pro-choice. He has recently been explicitly arguing there's a correct way to be Catholic.
As somebody who I'm not Catholic, but as somebody who has a religious ideology and a religious background, like, that's a bad look. It's just a bad look for somebody to be like that, like, aggressively frontal about it. Like, I get it, you know, do it one-on-one conversation. I don't agree with you, but like, not you, but him.
Right.
But
I
like,
assumed you didn't mean me.
Right. But like, if you're gonna do something like that, do it in a conversation, not where you
quietly.
Can be. Yeah, not where you're like doing a graduation speech in front of, you know, probably millions of people.
Well, now because it's on TV. But you know, the other thing is we, not to get, you know, historical, but we're a country founded on the idea of religious freedom, you know, and there's a really big separation that supposed to happen. Yeah. And as someone who
Maybe we shouldn't get into that because we both need our jobs right now. We don't have the lottery.
Right, I'm not going any further into that. I'm just talking about this one thing. No, I'm just saying that like that is part of our, you know, Constitution is the separation of church and state. And I'm not somebody who grew up religious.
Mm-hmm.
That was just not something that was big in my household, and in my side of the household it's not big, in Connor's side it is. So we both grew up in very different things, and he grew up Baptist, so it's very, you know, it's very different than Catholicism. I mean, they're all anyway. Moving on from that, but they're all different, but all the same in some retrospects. I don't know. It's a whole different thing. But if he wants to spout this stuff at a Christian nationalist whatever rally, go off, King. And I guess like this is a Catholic school, but it just feels like a weird thing. Like, just because he believes it does not mean that it is the word. You know what I mean? Like, he's not a prophet of God. He's a football kicker for the NFL. I don't know about you, but I don't think God is speaking through the NFL to the people. I think
the only thing I'd say to that is that he speaks in many different ways. That's what fine. I would argue.
I just think he's not using the NFL as his prophecy. You know what I mean? Like, he's not being like, you know what, the NFL are the speakers to the people.
Probably not. Probably not.
I feel
But
like maybe he
you
would
never know.
hire other people for that job.
I don't know that
maybe-
he hires people, Jasmine.
Well, with love. He pays them with love. And,
Hey.
I didn't grow up
hey.
religious. I don't
Hey,
know how the payment system works.
Hey.
Yeah, we're at 54 minutes.
No, I was gonna say, what's the color you think of when you when you think of the
God?
letter 12?
That's not a letter.
It's not a letter. The number 12.
What's the color?
Yeah.
Purple. Why?
Purple? What?
Don't yuck my yum.
It's not yucking your yum. I'm shocked.
What do you see?
Yellow.
Oh.
Don't yuck my yum.
Okay. That's so interesting. Why do you see yellow with 12?
I don't know. It's just like when I think of 12, that's what I see. Why do you think
37?
Purple? Green.
What I see.
Any 30s is green.
Well, that's so wild. I see that 36 behind you. That's green.
Well, no, that's
Propaganda.
Hey, Jasmine, where can they find you?
Complaining about Harrison. What's his last name?
Bucker.
Yeah. Anyway, complaining about Harrison on social medias over at Asminsta on all socials and on Twitch now. I am officially streaming.
Woo!
When I figure out my system. If you have any games that you want to see me chatter through, let me know. You can also find us both over at No Impulse Control on YouTube, Spotify, and on Instagram. We also have a TikTok. I am needing to post more stuff, but it is active, it is live, it is working. Go support us, show your grandma, all that good stuff. Justin, where can they find you?
They can get me at TSK1239 on almost everything except for X, and at
we don't do X.
the Soccer King on others if you don't find TSK. You can also, like Jasmine was saying, go to the TikTok, find the No Impulse Control TikTok, and like it and share it and get more people to follow us, because we like when you listen to us.
We like attention.
That's
why we started attention. A podcast and streaming.
That's why we do these things. Anyways, we will see you in the next one. Don't forget to, I don't know, hug somebody for the week, I guess. I don't know.
Go play for the lottery.
Maybe
if
you
win,
can share your money with us as well.
We requested, actually.
Yes.
As a fan, you have to.
Now you have to. Anyways, we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.
Bye.